morning, everyone. So it's Tuesday. It's my first day back to work after a 3-day weekend, which was nice. And I'm fixing to make dinner, but on my menu plan for this week, I'm going to be doing a stir fry with some bok choy that we need to use up. So I realized I do need to sprout some mung beans, and I thought, well, maybe you guys want to know how to sprout mung beans. So mung beans, if you're not sure what they are, whenever you eat like Asian foods, the little like white sprouts, those are made out of, or grown out of mung beans. So I'm going to go ahead and sprout some. So I have my jar of mung beans here. And I use these sprouting trays. So like, let's see if you can see in the light. So these have holes in it, and then like there's the tray for water. I use them for a lot of different things. I got mine on Amazon, and they were, I looked it up just in case. It's a 9-pack of seed sprouter trays. They're BPA free, and it was $16 for a pack of 9 of them. So, but I got mine on Amazon. The brand is JUCOAN, but that's where I got mine from. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the mung beans, and you just want a thin layer. You don't want them like overlapping. So what do they call that? A single layer. Oh, there's a broken one. But I'm going to be using these in a stir fry later this week, and these take about 4 days. So today's Tuesday, we'll probably make it Saturday. Okay, so I've got a single layer. So now what I do is I put the tray, I'll put them in the tray. And the first time I'm just going to rinse them. And then now what I'll do is I will fill this up with water until they are above the mung beans, so that the mung beans are actually sitting in water. And then I will just set them aside. I will let these soak overnight. And then I'll drain the water. But what I'm going to do is a progression video so that you can see what I do each day. They do have to be rinsed a couple times a day. I probably won't record both times of rinsing it, but I'll do at least once a day of rinsing. So that's going to be the mung beans, but I thought since I'm doing mung beans, I might as well do some, they're called hard white wheat berries, and it grows like a wheatgrass. You can use them for flour and stuff too, but I'm going to do some of those for the chickens and the rabbits as well. But I don't know if you can see that's what they look like. They're just little hard white berries. Let me get a cup. Same thing, you only want a thin layer. You don't want them to like be overlapping each other. Now, if a few of them overlap, it's not going to hurt anything, but you just want a thin layer on there. And then you guys will be able to see throughout this video as well what this does. So I'm going to do a couple trays of those. So see, you just want a thin layer. It's not like full, because it gets really thick. was almost perfect. That actually might be a little too thick. There we go. Same thing with these. I'm just going to rinse them first. Then I'll fill up this tray to where they are underwater, but obviously that it's not overflowing from there. So I'm going to let, I'm spilling all my water. I'm going to let these sit overnight. See, and if you get them too thick, then they won't all be underwater. At least not without the tray spilling over water. Make some room here. Alright, let me do this one real quick. This one up. That's got a little too full. I just need enough water that it covers them. Okay, and then also for a meal that we have coming up this week, I'm doing the salad mix sprouts that I have. So I'm going to do some of those as well. Okay, so for these, you just need a mason jar. Wide mouth is definitely easier to get them out of. Oh, I forgot I air sealed those, or what do you call it, pressure, air vac. Oh, I don't know what to call it, pressure vacuum. So this, I'm just going to put just enough for the bottom of the jar. You don't want too many in there because it will fill this whole jar like completely full. Okay, now the trick for these ones, they do make seed sprouting lids that fit mason jars. It's like a mason jar lid, but it has a cap, like a screen cap on it. I don't have those. I just use cheesecloth. Forgot to get a band. Okay, so let me tilt you down here a little bit. So you just put it over. And you want to make sure it's pulled tight. And then cut off your excess, or excess, whatever. because you're not going to take this off until they're ready. Same thing. Rinse. Okay, so now these have water in them. I'm going to let those sit overnight as well. So let me take you over there. Okay, so I've got the mung beans right here. Those are soaking in water. These are the white wheat berries. You can also eat these too, like if you see them in, they put them in like, what is that? Kiva juices. They'll cut the grass off and put them in there. You can put them in salads, whatever, but I make them for my rabbits and my chickens as well. And then I have the other one with the wheat berries, see the water. And then the salad sprouts. Those will be soaking overnight as well. So we will come back tomorrow with those and rinse them and show you if they've made any progress or not. Okay, so this is day 2. So basically I'm just going to take these trays, run water over them. I rinsed them this morning, but I'm actually fixing to go to bed, so I'm going to do them again real quick. So I just filled it with water, and now I'll just dump it and set it aside. And here in a sec I'll get a close-up of what they look like so far. Okay, so again, rinsed them off. Gonna dump. So there's the trays. And I only soaked them overnight, so this morning I dumped it out and let them sit. Well, I dumped them, I rinsed them, and then I let it sit. And now I'm doing it again. I'll do it again in the morning. And these you just kind of shake to the side. These ones, can't really see a whole lot yet through the jar. But I'll show you the, oh, I don't want to put that in there. I'll show you those here. Can you see their little tails on those? Same with these, see the little tails popping out? And then these, you'll see some of them have popped. See that one right there? So I will rinse them again in the morning, and then tomorrow night before I go to bed I'll rinse them again and show you what they look like for day 3. So day 1 is the first day you're just soaking them, and then day 2 is, you know, you're just rinsing and setting, and then same thing tomorrow. So I'll show you tomorrow how much they've changed. Okay, I've just rinsed these. And see all the little tails that are on them. And then here's the mung beans. They're all popping open as well. And I don't know if you can see any. Yeah, you can see some of them in the jar. See the little tails coming out of them. So first day is soaking, second day rinsing, and so now this is third day of what the tails are. Okay, this is day 4, and I'm about to rinse them. You can kind of see how they're green, and then if I lift up this tray, see all the little roots at the bottom? So this is the wheat berries. This is the mung beans. And I rinsed them this morning, but I have not rinsed them for tonight yet. You can see all the roots underneath there. So those are the mung beans. And then here is my jar. So I'll go ahead and get these rinsed and I'll show you what they look like tomorrow. Okay, I just rinsed them. They are doing awesome. They're not quite ready. These need one more day. These will still take a couple more days. But our salad sprouts in the jar are ready. So I'm going to show you how to rinse all of the little seeds out of there. Okay, so these were our salad sprouts. So we're just going to fill this bowl with water. Excuse our messy kitchen. We've had a busy day and haven't had a chance to clean it yet. So see how the seeds just kind of float to the top? These are the shells. So you just skim them off. And as you just kind of wiggle it around, they come to surface. And those are just the shells. It doesn't hurt you to eat those, and you're never going to get all of them out, but it's just a preference, I guess. I don't really think you have to rinse them. So these are our salad sprouts. Okay, these are ready. I'm going to go ahead and rinse some of them. I'll show you how I do that because they're actually part of our dinner. The grass is ready. I'll be feeding that to the chickens tomorrow, and we actually started another thing of alfalfa sprouts because we ate all the other ones with our sandwich. So let me show you how I rinse these, and then you just store them in the fridge. Okay, so what I will do, because if you look at these, you can see the bottoms, all the roots. So what I'm going to do is pull them out. And because there's so many, I'll do them in a couple batches, but I want to show you at least on the first batch how I do it. So I'll start with this batch. These are a lot like the sprouts. Basically, you just put it in water. And kind of just move them around. And the little seeds will float to the top. So I have a strainer here because if not, it'll clog my sink. And that way I can throw the seeds away. And I got way more than just the seeds in there. Or shells, I guess you could say. Not really seeds, they're shells. And I probably actually let these go a day longer than they should have, but I knew we were having the dinner tonight. So just kind of scoop them out. And you're never going to get all of them out. If you do, well, you spent a lot of time doing it. So you just keep rubbing them, and then that's what you want to take out, the little green casings that are on them. And you just keep doing that till you get them out. It takes a few minutes, but they're well worth it. And then you make sure all the water is drained out, put them in a Tupperware container, and you can store them in the fridge. They're great for stir fries, things like that. So that's all you do. That's how you do seeds and the wheatgrass, alfalfa sprouts, all of those. So we are, like I said, we already ate the bean sprouts that I did, so we started some more alfalfa sprouts last night for our sandwiches. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, check us out on Instagram. Remember, every day is a new beginning. Stay blessed.